Hey yo! Alright. Before I go anywhere else, I wanted to refresh my little quick guessing cards here for you. And correct Eight of Spades. It's not Eight of Spades. Remember I said it was Eight of Diamonds. So here, I'll show you your birth here in the book. And here's the dates, the birth dates. So April 2nd. This is the period, my bad. Here we go. April 2nd. Six of Diamonds, or Six of Spades, Eight of Diamonds. And so Eight of Diamonds, it tells you that you will have a considerable amount of financial power. The power to make money is yours, and this is power that you can probably want to use for some special purpose. Financial power can come from many avenues. You could earn money, or you could borrow the money. But the one thing is for sure, in order to have this financial power, you will have to get very clear on how much money you want and what the purpose of having that money would be. You see, the Eight of Diamonds means focusing and concentrating on values and making choices about what it is most important in your life or our lives and what is not. With this kind of focus, money is always attracted to us in the amounts we need. This card usually occurs at a time when we want to make some major purchase. But when you come into people's lives, and why people like the group you're in, we're all attracted to that aspect of you, the planetary aspect of you, like how your personality isn't. It's not just because we want to bring you up, but you bring value to the table for everyone. Like, and without everyone there, it wouldn't be as abundant, right? So it's like a multiplier. We're multipliers for you. And then your birth card was the Six of Spades over here. These are the major, like, basic theme of everybody's birth card. So on the Six of Spades here, you had a pinnacle year at 30. So either you like may have had a near-death experience or a climax of your career at the time, or what, you know, some kind of major settle at no, that's the ascent. I'm sorry, the ascent. That's when things started, and then the pinnacle was at 33. So from 30 to 33, there was some like crazy major pinnacle peak of your life. And then blessed year at 35. Let's see, you are in the 40s. So I asked you if you wanted to know a wish fulfillment year. So whatever your deepest heart and whatever your like deepest desire is, you're going to get it at 51 and 52 if it's like two things or a few things. And then 60, you'll have another wish fulfillment year. And 72, you don't have a lot, unfortunately. And your good money years, you don't have a lot either. You had one at 42, but you won't have another one until you're 55. So that's why we got to reach out and try to make sure you get some money too from us, so that way you don't fall behind. Because you don't have a lot of good money years like me. Like, I don't get one until I'm 2 of Diamonds, but luckily I'm connected, so I don't have to worry about it. So, and like, I'm lucky and blessed and fortunate to where I don't need to worry about it like that. I'll show you my birth card. 2 of Diamonds is right here. This is me. So, like, I don't have a lot of good money years, but I have a little more than you. But I haven't had one since I was 21, and I won't have one until I'm 50. But then when I'm 52, I'm going to have a +3 amplifier to it. So I'll probably be a millionaire or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And then 56, 57, 62, 66. All those years is probably when I'm, like, going to be popping off with my brother and doing, like, all the stuff we're working on. Year of recognition, fame, business success. We can go back to you because we want to talk about you more a little bit. So fame and business success. You have one now at 44, so that's why everything's kind of popping well for you in the recognition, fame, and business success. You also have another one next year. You're going to have amplified 45 plus 3. So next year's going to be even better. And it'll probably be one of your best years next year. And then you have another one at 46 and 47. So keep doing what you're doing. It's only going to get you more fame and business success in YouTube and recognition, so you'll be able to, you know, make that good money on YouTube, at least to pay bills and stuff, and, you know, maybe pay for a house or whatever. So that'll be good. So you probably won't be a millionaire if you're looking for that till you're 55 or 50, you know, after 55, somewhere around 55. So it might take you another 10 years, homie. But it'll be worth it because you're gonna be really famous and have a lot of business success in your YouTube channel probably. Because you got 4 years here, just back to back to back, recognition, fame, and business success. 44, 45, 46, and 47. And after this year, they just amplify. They're just better and better. Like, I mean, next year will be your best, but the year after that's gonna be really good too, and the year after that's gonna be even good too. So you're at the right time, right place, man. That's good. I'm loving this. Down here, these are the past cycles. They're 13-year cycles that we go through. So like every 7 years, they say your cells like replace themselves. So that means every 14 years, you start a whole new journey of a second cycle of your cells reproducing. So that's why the 13-year cycle kind of like fits, because when your 13th year is over, you're going to start your 14th year, and that's when your cells have like completely replaced themselves. And you're in your 40s, so you're in your Jupiter period of your life. If you see the ages 0 to 12, 13 to 25. And then, so you're in this Jupiter period. You have the King of Spades in your Jupiter period, so you're 52 roughly. And the King of Spades in Jupiter means... I'm teaching you how to read this book, by the way, if you want to get one. King of Spades, Jupiter period. So this 13-year cycle you're in, perhaps the best card there is for business success. If you are ready to take responsibility in your business, there is no limit to what you can achieve this period and this year. Trust your wisdom now and be ready to expand your operations to take advantage of the auspicious influence. This is definitely the time to set goals and priorities. Much of what you define as a goal will happen just as you planned. Any man of the spade suit could be a source of financial and other blessings this year, especially those who are older and who are in a leadership role in their work. Here's a big note here, though. It says the immense financial benefits of this card will only manifest to those who have their own business or those who are in position of leadership or management where there is the possibility of promotion. And so promotion can come in many forms. It's not just a promotion in a career or like working for a company. It could also be a promotion in the YouTube algorithms, or like where people are actually on our wavelength and more people start coming in. Like you said, you're holding the gate open and you're seeing people come in. Just wait till next year when you see 20 million, I don't know about that much, but like it's going to be a huge number, thousands coming in through the gate. This card, which is probably the most fortunate card in the entire deck, only bestows its blessings upon those who are ready and willing to take full responsibility for their lives and their financial picture. So you have to take full responsibility to get the most out of your 13-year situation right now. It would not be wise to expect great financial benefits from this card if you are working for someone else doing menial labor, or if you are on a fixed income or unemployed. However, it will still bring some good results in other areas of your life regardless of your situation. So that's your overarching 13-year circumstance. Now I'm going to go back to my 2 of diamonds, and I'm going to show you what I was telling the homie last night about I'm supposed to be in debt. Right here it says 2 of diamonds. You can see it says 6 of diamonds in Mars from my age 26 to 38. So, 6 of diamonds in Mars says, you may run into your own debts at this time. What happens is a reflection of your own value system, so take heed. Honesty is the best policy now. Settlements of legal and business debts and difficulties will happen now, and you will get just what you deserve. You may have to make good on all promises you make now, so watch what you say and do. Don't let a fear of failure cause you to procrastinate on financial deals that you started earlier, as they are your best bet. So I failed that. I failed that because I wasn't in tune with my higher self or like my destiny, and I was like running around doing like, I don't care, whatever, fuck it, I don't care. And I got in myself into like trauma circumstances, not like horrible nightmares or anything like that, but you know, like mediocre trauma, not severe trauma. The severe trauma happened in my life when I was younger. But yeah, so there's that. And then let's look into where I'm at now, though. Because I'm not at that age anymore. I'm in my Jupiter period, which started at 39. I'm 41, so I'm on 2 years in to a 4 of spades in Jupiter. Right? Let me make sure. 4 of spades, yeah. 4 of spades in the Jupiter period. Jupiter period says, this card indicates that success and satisfaction in business and money matters can be yours now. Laborious efforts bring many good returns. Your great success comes through established businesses and not through risky investments, speculation, or gambling. This is one of the best influences for your hard work paying off in a big way. Expansion along established lines in association with established businesses and professionals is highlighted. So essentially, YouTube is an established business. So is the other, like Twitch and Rumble. So is Twitter. They're established businesses that, you know, they have a big following. They're successful. And so are some of the friends you bring on your show. They're established professionals on their aspects, right? And where they're standing in position. At least the best I can connect with, I guess. But that's that, essentially. Yeah, homie, you're at 55, you're probably, as long as you stay on the right path, yes, you'll be a millionaire or whatever you're dreaming of, financial success, right? Or like, you know, 100,000 subscribers or whatever it is, you know, I don't know. I can't put exact words on it, right? That's up to you. The game, 325777. If you want a reading, you need to be a subscriber on Twitch, or you can give me 100 bits and I'll give you a reading, or you can go over to my Rumble down below on Twitch. You click that little Rumble link on Twitch. You can get a free reading on my Rumble. If you follow me on Rumble, I need followers on Rumble, please. GFs, how you doing? Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, you got. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for Fitz. He's got 4 great years ahead, or he's on. He's won the first 4 of 4 years, and he's about to finish. And he's about to have a birthday, so he's about to start a whole new, brand new, the best year of fame and business success for him next year. That's good. Let me I don't know. I was gonna do a Virgo reading, but I wanted to just do that separately off camera for upload. Uh, I don't like doing tarot readings unless there's some kind of good intention for it, or like a reason for it. I don't just do them to do them. I don't feel good when I do that. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna play a video for y'all to watch on my YouTube channel for Fist to hear and G to hear. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm here. Just give me a second. I gotta get my camera fixed. There we go. All right, so this video is the one I made, the fall of Atlantis and the rise of religion. And this is when I was going to college for my bachelor's degree in general psychology, but I'm like a college dropout. I was like 5 classes away from getting my bachelor's degree, but oh well, whatever. Um, Here's the video. Hello there. This is Dolph Mark's presentation about the fall of the Atlantis and the rise of religion. Now, I'll give you a moment to read that. If you pause the video if you read it. All right, I'll read it to you. Not an attack or negative intent on people of any religion. This is just a presentation of what my personal beliefs have adapted to from this information or the information I've gathered and spiritual personal experiences. Not intent for this presentation to cause any harm or negative perceptions of any religion or the people of a religion. I love all people and only perceive this as a forgive them for they do not know what they do type of perception on any religion and the people of any religion. Peace, love, and light are my true intentions. But I am not advocating any negative social context on any religions or beliefs. I actually personally believe that we are all born innocent and that we were born to love and want to experience life to the fullest. All right, so let's just start with the big Earth picture, the whole picture of Earth. According to a lot of research about pole shifts at your Casey Navy maps of the future, things are about to change, and Atlantis potentially is going to rise out of the ocean. And there's a lot of evidence showing that Atlantis may be down in the ocean from different parts of the world. So that leads me to how the world was potentially back in the time of Atlantis or Lemuria. I tend to believe that Lemuria was, more rivers, less ocean, or no oceans. I don't know for sure, but that's what I tend to believe. A lot of, luscious rainforests, bountiful, beautiful planet, okay? And, they call it a freaking, it slipped my mind, the pretty much how the Earth was before the oceans, okay? Pangea, that's right. So through time, whether it's because of how the cosmos works, meteors or whatever you want to believe scientifically, with planet changing or adapting or evolving through thousands, millions, whatever, there was obviously some evidence showing that there was a change on the planet, right? I tend to believe that the oceans came from technology or dimensional forces that manipulated
climate in the planet. A lot of people reference what the fall of Atlantis came from, just their obsession with power, science, technology, whatever. It could be a mixture of all of the above, right? So the planet got larger from the original Pangea, and there are theories about how the planet can grow in size, whether it's from meteors hitting the planet or cosmic dust adding up over long periods of time, bacteria, whatever, because, we are finding out that there is stuff in space, even though it seems to be a void. It's not a complete void. There's a lot of evidence showing there is stuff in space that could come to Earth and add to its size. Not only that, but I believe personally that the center of the Earth, as Admiral Byrd referenced in his diary and his experience going to the North and South Pole, I believe the center of the Earth came from the core expanding out, opening up the interior of the planet, burning off and reforming the Earth's crust, or like not the crust, the inner layers of the planet. So there's many historical references through many communities and cultures that show that they were able to travel supposedly great distances. Now, some theorize that they did it through frozen ice age, across the northern or southern parts of the planet. But their cultures reference using boats and stuff, and there's evidence of boats, in the earth and stuff, or in the when they dig it up, right? So I tend to believe that the continents, or the divide of the continents, when they started, were not as far as they are now. So the distance they had to travel wasn't as grand as it is now. So there are expanding Earth theories that reference what I was talking about with the planet growing in size. Also, it coincides with how they were able to migrate, right? Because there wasn't as great of a distance as there is now. And that means there are less tides or ocean hindrances that could make it to where they could possibly travel across the continent, or not continent, across the oceans, or the large masses of water. So most of my personal beliefs come from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. There is, the reference that they're 40,000 years old. I tend to believe the reason they say that they're 40,000 years old is because that's where they geologically have dug it up from, or found it on the Earth. So, and because the Emerald Tablets are not on the periodic table, and you can't scrape off a piece to carbon test it or find out how old it truly is, they just go off of the reference of where they found it in the Earth. So they just go off of geologically, but that doesn't mean it's actually older and that it was just left at that location at that time 40,000 years ago. This could be actually quite older than that. Don't know exactly, but it's my theory. The reason I reference the Emerald Tablets is just spiritual insight, migration, religious, how the religions were established, or many beliefs actually coordinate with the teachings from the Emerald Tablets. It's, the Bible, Old Testament, Quran, Buddhism, all religions, all beliefs, even the indigenous people, there are connections you can connect or make with the Emerald Tablets, and how, because there are specifics in the tablets that correlate with these beliefs. So in the Emerald Tablets, does reference the serpent beings who were hiding as humans. Being humans, when you look, were able to speak or call them out pretty much from their disguise. You could see that they were reptilian and not human, but that they were actually hiding amongst us as humans. And Thoth warned of these beings. There are other potential influences that I believe that these beings allied with the Anunnaki. Some people say the Anunnaki and reptilians are the same. I actually disagree with that. If you go to the Sumerian tablets, and there are 300,000 years of record, kings or whatever, as you can see, the sculptures and the carvings, I think that they were actually working together, and that the Anunnaki and the reptilians are actually two different races, and that there are actually many more races that were part of Earth's history. Giants have been found. I tend to think that Anunnaki were giants. Egyptian cultures, across the world, showed that there were giants. It's easier to wrap your brain about a simpler misunderstanding than because truth is stranger than fiction. So it's, to present information, humans naturally want to try to connect it in a way that we can all accept under our limited consciousness or perceptions. What we don't understand, we want to put it in a box, right? So there's a lot of misinformation. Here's some images referencing that the Egyptians and the Sumerians are showing you that the Anunnaki were giants. They were actually different alien races from Atlantis, stayed in contact and managed Egypt. Okay, they were all working together after the Pleiadian Wars, or Star Wars, or I don't know exactly the specifics or details right now at this moment. That's to come, but this is just mostly about the fall of Atlantis and the rise of religion. Okay, this isn't about all the other specifics prior to that. So, during Atlantis, or the last part of Atlantis age, before the Sumerians took over, or the Anunnaki, and before Thoth went to Egypt and built pyramids, or at the time of Egypt, actually coinciding with I tend to believe, the second half or the third part of the Sumerian 300,000 years, there were many different types of aliens. The Ophanim developed sacred life of humanity. So, the Ophanim were actually bird people. A lot of Illuminati family, college fraternity connections go off of their personal beliefs over the last hundreds of years that the Nazis also coincided with Hitler, saying that the Anunnaki, and they're the only human aliens that were ever here, and that they're direct descendants. So there is an agenda to get you to believe that as well. Now, that doesn't mean everybody who presents or concludes these are necessarily evil or bad people. They just do the humanistic behavior of coinciding with the powers that be, because why would they allow me to do what I did if they're really evil? Well, because that's how evil works. They manipulate. They try to use the truth in a way to manipulate you into a direction or agenda that they want. So Enki and the Emerald, or not the Emerald, the Sumerian tablets, Enki was the ruler, according to Sumerians, before his brother Enlil came. And Enki was like a rock star scientist that liked to have a good time with humanity. So him and Thoth were the ones who put pineal glands in humanity. And this is during the Atlantean peace after the Palladian Wars. The Draconians, this is their system. This system has belonged to the Draconians and the Anunnaki for longer than Lemuria or Atlantis. That's why we have dinosaurs. This is a Draconian planet, originally. So when they tell you, like some people say, hey, we're the aliens? Yeah, well, actually, there's some truth to that, okay? Things changed during the fall of Egypt, okay? So if you go back to the age of Taurus or Gemini, when there was communication and intellectual sustained culture with Sumerian and Egypt, there was, according to the Baba Chakra, a fall of spiritual down to the dark, right? So you could see in history that there was a transfer of power from Atlantis into Sumerian, Egyptian, into Sumeria, or the people of Sumeria, pretty much taking over. Enki changed humanity with adding the reptilian part of the brain. So remember, the Anunnaki were aligned with the reptilians. He found out a way to sustain humanity and not be eliminated by Enlil and his father. Say, hey, well, actually, our allies over here would like to keep humans around because they feed off their fears, and we don't want the reptilians feeding off of us, so we can use these humans as fuel for our allies and keep the alliance going with the Draconians and the Greys. Here's a specific reference to the region of the world where ancient Sumeria is, Egypt, and the beginning of Judaism, religion. There's the map. There's the reference. 2 and 2 equals 4, not 5. So Egypt had constant power struggles during this time, during the age of Aries and Taurus and Gemini. It's in their records that show that there was a constant transfer or rebellions or conflict in Egypt from a transfer of beliefs from the fall of the age of Leo and Cancer. And there was lustrous golden age, okay? When the Sphinx actually had a lion head. And they carved it out and put a human on there. And like, the gods have left us. So in the age of Aries, or the age of Taurus, they changed the Sphinx's head. But that also started the dwindling and the reduction of knowledge that humans had access to, because they were like, we were separated, so now we're more aligned with the Anunnaki, Draconian, Zeta, reptilian forces, and they did not want humans to be more than the good old slaves or food that they saw us as. They tell you the truth about what they know with the Anunnaki in movies, like the Prometheus movie, like Aliens, how the reptilians came about, how Enki gave them life, or not specifically life, like they didn't exist, but like a body to inhabit. And Enki was part of the reason why the reptilians and the whole galactic fall of Galactic Federation, personally, is how I believe, Okay, the Garden of Eden was Lemuria. The Tree of Life was the foundation in which life on earth was sacred and cherished. Okay, so after Lemuria and the Pleiadian Wars, they tried again to have peace and to coincide and kind of guide and help the Anunnaki and the Draconians, but they fell. Not well, okay, not completely at that time. What they had happened was they said, "All right, we're gonna do it how we want to do it. Get out. We're done." This also references many religion about a war in heaven during the fall of Atlantis. The aliens went to war over us and over what happened in the history and all the ties and the, as above, so below. Same kind of stuff that we do on Earth. They did over the situation. Why are we so important? What's with this egotistical center of the universe thing? Well, the tree of knowledge was a reference to science and technology. Okay, there's a serpent, Adam and Eve. Now, this isn't literal. This is just metaphorical. You need to look at it. There's the moon. If you understand, you understand. So we left the age of light into the age of darkness. We went from a wonderful, beautiful golden age into the dark forest, where we were on our own. But not literally. We still had these aliens. Going back, why egotistical center of the earth thing? Humans are a missing link between crossbreeding aliens and have a spiritual genetic power to enhance other beings by crossbreeding. Okay, humans are not something that comes they're not beings that come directly from nature. We are a manipulation. We're like a science experiment. We're like that prize science project that everybody wants to use because it has great power to further other scientific projects. There's good reference to this from other alien knowledge that has come from contacts, like the Andromedans or the Arcturians. They know this kind of stuff, and they're trying to tell us this. But the Zetas, the Dracos, the Anunnaki, and the Reptilians do not want us to understand that. They want us to keep us as a prize prison lab rat that stays in their lab. They don't want us to evolve past. They want to keep that power to themselves and away from us. So this is why you have the rise of religion. So as you can see, there's two images here. There's sacrificing of children, which help increase the power of the reptilians and grow their forces, because they feed off of the lush or the deluge that comes off of us from our spiritual energy, or energetic energy, or the chemical processes that happen when you endure horrendous things, trauma. And as a baby, that's like the most the greatest power they can get. So they would sacrifice their babies to this god, bull, that represent the age of Taurus. And it's pagan, and it's from Israel. So it's the same region that Abraham lived in. So if you can coincide what really happened, is Abraham was like, I can't sacrifice my child. He was told to by the pagans because he was living away from them as some guy out in the farmlands, not part of the village or the towns or the cities or whatever, or where the temples were and stuff. And he's like, I love my children. I can't just sacrifice them, but he was forced to. And then Zeta, pretending to be an angel, came and said, oh, you've passed test of God, because this was the transfer from the age of Taurus to the age of Aries. So, and these beings understand the cosmic God energy with the stars, the heavens, okay? They understand the influence and the connection that we have with all of that, because we are, like I said, we were created to be that being that could encompass all of the cosmos for, pretty much scientific reasons. Whether that's good or bad, it doesn't matter. The point is that those in control at the time of the Taurus transfer to the Aries age, they had to keep humanity going because they're prized. They truly don't want us extinct until they want to transfer us. They want to transition us into the evolution of, because things have changed. Things change over time. So like we're going to age of Aquarius, so science and technology and stuff like that. So we're transitioning from the age of Pisces. But anyways, so as we transfer through ages, our cosmic connection changes, and our learning and understanding changes too. So, but the Zetas understand that, and so they have to keep manipulating and guiding us in the direction that they want. So here, that's why the rise of religion came about. There were the Dark Alliance, I call it, with the Draconians, the Reptilians, the Zetas, and the Anunnaki, had to make sure that they were our guides and gods or controllers, guiding us down a path that they wanted to guide us down. Okay? They don't see us as something you need to cherish. They see us as, like I said, a lab rat. They don't care particularly. And they teach those who are in contact with them about how it's a big deal, you'll live again, or who cares, it's not a big deal, die, it's for, the greater good of humanity, which is a big old lie. They just manipulate the truth into their agenda. You see what I'm saying? They overlap the truth. That's what evil does. And a lot of people are like, oh, you can't say they're all evil. Well, they may not all be evil now, but the historical principle is that there was an evil agenda. The ones that were in control have gone down this path, down through the dark ages of Aries and Pisces. I'm sorry to say this, but it's true. But anyway, so they use Abraham's love for his children because we are, like I said, remember, I believe we were born innocent, and we believe we're born to want love and light and cosmos, right? But they manipulate our love into saying, okay, hey, you don't have to sacrifice your children anymore like you were in the age of Taurus. Actually, you can sacrifice goats now. And the offerings of your incense and stuff that help you. Because they're just little by little working their way into manipulating us and guiding us down a dark path, okay? Little by little. So Abraham, even though when he was drunk, he was, he did, that's why you have what you have in these churches and religions from Abrahamic religions with the little boys and stuff. I don't want to say anymore. He was drunk and he got caught by what he did. But that's because he was acting out of love. But when you're drunk and acting out of love, you can do some horrible things, right? So the Zeta can infiltrate the mind and make you see what they want you to see. Okay? There's a movie that shows you this. Dark Skies. This boy thought he was going towards his brother and then realized his mom and dad and brother were behind him, and he gets abducted. The eastern part of the world was already under control by the Draconians. They have the oldest ancient, references to this was Draconians' world. South America was the first to follow the reptilians. They have constant blood sacrifice. They were doing it constantly all the time. There's Another movie about that by Mel Gibson, ripping people's hearts out and stuff. Native American tribes are the Atlantis people that fled north, and they were haunted by this as well. Okay, but they had the Ophanum during Egypt and stuff. Were still in contact with the Native Americans here, North America, not South America. Okay, trying to still help humanity because the Ophanum believe all life is sacred, even this reptilian life that has come about, even though it's doing horrible things or has it. That's why, there's this, oh, well, some reptilians are good. Yeah, because Ophanum didn't give up. They believe all life is sacred. Same with Zetas. Okay, but anyways, this is all part of the historical battle and of good and evil, and uh, it's an evolutionary process, and a lot has changed since the fall of Atlantis and the rise of religion. There are experts that go over the last 5,000 years that show what there's the Zeta research and technology or dimensional capabilities or whatever you want to call it. They're showing you how a lot of the stuff that is known by religion, like possessions or demon or like some of that really dark stuff that Nathaniel Gillis presented. He's got a lot of. I think he's an expert at the spiritual history of the last 5,000 years, which is what I'm talking about with the Zetas. And you can see his presentation or information on leakproject.com or his Leak Project YouTube. Shout out to Rex Bear for that. He's really good. He knows what he's talking about. But that was during the last 5,000 years, and that's showing you the scientific experiments and what they were able to do when they were uninhibited from other aliens saying, you can't do this. And they're like, oh, well, we did it. We did what we did to bring up the dark powers, the dark of the yin and yang, okay? So in India, they had Syrian star system alien race stay with the people. But unfortunately, some of the Syrians fell to the corruption and into the dark, and they are not untouchable. They're not so powerful that they couldn't be corrupted. Not all of the Syrians, but some. That's Agni, by the way. And Sheldon Moore has a lot of information from the Hindu, Krishna, Syrian, India connections here. He presents a lot of powerful information with the ages, and he shows that the age of Aries and Pisces were kind of like the dark ages for us. So another person that's been on Leak Project, and a lot of great information from him as well that can be connected. The Nordics were located with the Northern European people, and they stayed with us and tried to help humans as well, but they have a similar racist issue as well with the history of the Pleiadian Wars with Draconians. So there's a cultural conflict with the Nordics and the Draconians and the Anunnaki and the whole history. So they had a hard time trying to be as peaceful as like Ophanum. Ophanum were just they're very high consciousness of perceiving it's all part of the plan, God's plan, or it's all part of the cosmic connection that we all share, and they understand the suffering and the struggles are part of just the way the cosmos works. The Nordics tend to be like, no, that's not right. See, they just have different cultural beliefs, like as above, so below. So as we do here on Earth, they do too, right? Africa was controlled and experimented on by the Zetas. That was their, Like they tell you, black people were original ancestor with the evolutionary theory of from monkeys kind of thing. Well, I tend to believe we're more like the Bigfoot or the Wookiee, the Chewbacca, was the original, not original, was the primary body that we scientifically evolved from the experiments and the research and the genetic manipulation from the aliens, and adding all kinds of DNA. The Bigfoot or the Chewbacca was the primary test or like the source of what we came from. And then they just added and did what they did to make who we are now. So with that perception, the Zetas was like, well, just keep using the black skinned people. I hate to say it like that, but we'll keep using them. That's why they have these cultural things of referencing Zeta. They don't understand. They don't know. They're under the influence, right, of alien interaction. The Aboriginal people have knowledge of the Zeta taking experimenting on humanity. They'll tell you they have the original DNA, 42 and 2, and then they'll tell you that, yeah, our people were taken and experimented on. And then different people came from them. Bird tribes, Theanum respect life and all kinds of beings sacred to the cosmos. So, and that culture was passed on to North American tribes. They have very similar culture and beliefs as the Ophanum. That's why they were more naturalistic and tried to tend, to be peaceful, but they still had their issues of 500 years of war. They had tribes of war and tribes of peace, and then the chief in between that helped or tried to balance these tribes out. But fortunately, through the Dark Ages, the Pisces and Aries, I think they were the last ones to actually get fully corrupted. And it's in their history, 500 years of war they had amongst the tribes. And that's my presentation. I have more to come. This is just something to show what I've concluded so far. And thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video.
Oh, there you go, guys. That was it. That was my video. Now, a lot's changed since then. That was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So, of course, my mind has changed since then a little bit. It's not still on that 100%. I'm still thinking, figuring shit out. But that's where I was at 4 years ago. I also went to the Star Knowledge Conference. So I actually got to meet Chief Light Eagle. Or Chief Golden Light Eagle, my bad, I said that wrong. Chief Golden Light Eagle, I met him actually before he died in person. I got to smoke out of the sacred pipe as well. Me and my daughters were almost spiritually used as part of a presentation at the end of the ceremony. But I think that's about it as far as what I wanted to continue from where I left off last. Make sure that got out there. I don't know. I've had other people react to it and like tell me, "Oh, it was pretty good," but like, okay, well, it is what it is. I guess I'll chill here and be done for the day. Till 2 when I gotta go get my daughters and read a book. Anyone wants a reading, I'm open for it. Just have me on Rumble for free. Where's my book? You go outside? Hello. I'm gonna play piano. I'm gonna play piano. I suck at it right now. I just learned, got it. I'm learning now. I'm learning, beginner, learning silly little. It's like a finger exercise. I'm not very good at it, but that's the point. That's what I'm supposed to be playing. I'm supposed to be playing this 4 times and then this 4 times and then back 4 times and then this 4 times. That's the finger exercise I'm working on this week. do it for so long before my hand starts hurting. About strengthening them. This is what it sounds like when you don't push the pedal. In the pedal. Doesn't carry. Not smooth. Peck. The pedal makes it smooth. You can see my whole setup if you want. The whole room setup. Where's my book? Aha, here it is. I think I'm gonna end it early. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. All those amazing things to do. Love you.